What's up, guys? Alexander. Obviously, a question that has arisen that I really haven't tried to answer to until today, but let's have a video about it since I've been tweeting about it this afternoon, this morning. That subject is drinking. What do I think about drinking? Drinking referring to alcohol. What do I think about consuming alcohol? Personally, since you guys seem to ask, you want to know, do I drink? I do drink socially on rare occasions. In the past, when I'm still in my 20s, been my younger 20s, I was living in LA when I was in college, I did drink more. There were times I got pretty drunk, got sick from drinking, but I was never a drinker in the sensibility that it was a common 3-4 nights a week routine. Typically I'd have 1 or 2 nights a week where I would go out and I'd have some drinks. I'd have mixed drinks. I always liked martinis. I'd have a few of those. I didn't get blackout drunk. I didn't get fucked up and behave irreverently. Dude, do YouTube vids. I will, but I need, that's a whole other discussion. I do plan on doing that. You guys keep asking me to do that. But anyway, getting back to the subject though, but my drinking, it was social drinking, it was fun drinking, and I was always pretty much under control. I only had it happen one time that I ever kind of lost at drinking, and that was because I legitimately had a friend drug me, and I had a very bad reaction to the drug, and that did not go so well for me. So that was that time. I'm revealing a lot here. But in regards to drinking, in terms of health or in regards to overall lifestyle, can drinking be a part of healthy lifestyle? Yeah, it can be if you have it under control. People often like to cite the idea of having the one glass of red wine, 1 glass of wine with dinner. Someone mentioned having dark chocolate wine together. If you're really doing that legitimately, where you're having a single glass of wine and you're going to have dark chocolate with it, and you have your, let's say, your nutrition, your food consumption plot out that way, I'm going to assume your overall lifestyle is pretty effective. So if that's you, then that's you, and that's great. You don't have a problem with it. For a lot of people, and this surprised me even for you guys expressing it, for a lot of people, you have one drink and you drink the flood. You can't control it. Or you have one drink and you have to get blacked out drunk. Or both. Either you have to go crazy drinking, you have to get blacked out drunk, or you're someone where you don't drink but you conform to peer pressure, and then, now you have to drink because you don't want to be the killjoy that's not drinking. You don't want to be that guy. So you're going to start having one drink, and then it ends up being you start drinking with everybody. Whiskey is nice, can only have 1 or 2. Yeah, alcohol, guys, alcohol in moderation is fine. Is alcohol healthy for you, though? No, it's really not. It's really not. And even for the studies, supposedly, I say that in quotes, the studies that show there are, some long-lived cultures of people that do drink regularly. They also have a lot of other factors that are contributing to their overall health. To use an off-sided one, the island of Sardinia. So, Sardinians drink a lot of wine. They do drink a lot of wine, but they're also very healthy in regards to their food, their daily activity, like I said, their lifestyles, their stress management. They have high levels of companionship. They're married. They have strong social nets. So they have all these other factors that contribute to awesome health. Is that drinking one of those factors? Maybe it's not. Maybe the drinking is actually not helping them, but in their case, it's not hurting them. It's not about drinking. It's also about sitting and relaxing, enjoying a glass of wine. Yeah, it is about relaxing. Yeah, if you want to make that about relaxing. But again, if you're healthy and you're healthy and it's not an issue for you, then you wouldn't be listening to this, asking the questions. The issue is most of my peers, for the most part, like to drink to excess. Yeah, the issue for a lot of people is drinking to excess. Heavy drinking has become very normalized. It has. Yeah, I saw this when I was in college. I saw this, I see this being a personal trainer now. Especially, for women, and especially for men, and especially for women, it's now considered very routine. There's no social stigma attached to getting fucked up. There's really not. You could tell someone, I drank the whole weekend. Man, I feel today. Oh, okay, whatever. Maybe don't do that again. No one cares. You're not going to get judged on it if you drink. But the reality of it is that it negatively affects a lot of people's lives. And there's no way that you can claim post being hungover that your drinking was a good idea. Yeah, maybe unless you had the time of your life, maybe. But for a lot of people, it's just a routine that they fall into. And by the time you get into your late 20s, you can't drink like you used to. And if you still keep trying, then it's an issue. Or, I had a lot of clients in their 30s where drinking for them, maybe they don't get drunk a lot, but it becomes a way of life. Where, the weekends, they spent their 20s getting drunk. They spend their 30s, they just drink. And by the time they get to, in their mid-30s, they've got a gut, they've got, friends where all they know how to do is just drink beer together or, have a wino party. And they realize, like, shit, this is actually not helping me anymore. But then you have to, like I said in tweets, you have to overhaul your whole lifestyle at that point. And then it's a painful process of realizing that maybe your friends are enabling friends. Maybe your fucking, all your habits have been, set up to be bullshit. You're working against yourself. Yeah, it's lame. In your 40s, it's brutal. I can't imagine drinking in your 40s. At that point, you're just an alcoholic. You are. You're using it as a coping mechanism or an escape. So that's what I think about drinking, guys. To say it in a nutshell, if you can do it in a healthy way and the rest of your lifestyle is controlled, and you have things flowing, then great, go ahead. But if you know it's a vice for you, you know that you have to get drunk, you have to pass out, you have to behave badly, you're going to be sick the next day or for the days afterwards, then you have to get under control. Period. It's doing nothing positive for your life. Girls are the worst with it. Like I said, heavy drinking for women is much more acceptable at this stage. So, what are you drinking in the jug? Amino acids. Shit, I know relatives who drink a lot into their 50s. Yeah, if you having, like someone said, if you have a glass of whiskey a night, sure, the one glass, sure, but that's not most people's problem. It's just that's not. You know when it's a problem. You don't need me to enumerate it for you. There's a whole horde of factors come with drinking. If you drink a prescription of glutathione, that's a very good suggestion. Thank you, Sam. That's a very, very good suggestion. Now that will help to counteract all the fucking antioxidant or free radical damage, I should say. It's escapism at its best to get passed out drunk. It is. It's a lot of things. Alcohol is a coping mechanism for a lot of things. It's an escape. It's a freeing of the mind. It's a withdrawal. It's self-medicating. It's pretty universal in that regard, but like I said, overall it is a vice. I'm going to drain this and then we're done talking. Gary Adams, ND, Madison AM. Column he prescribes through. Oh, very good suggestion. Very good suggestion. You guys make use of that. Glutathione prescription. Yeah, in regards to my drinking habits now, I'm thinking through the questions people asked earlier. I really don't drink at all anymore. If I usually have dinner, I'll go out to dinner once a week. I may, let's say twice a month, I'll have a drink at dinner, maybe two. That's it. I know old people drink a glass of wine every day. They say it's their secret to longevity. Yeah, it probably is, but like I said, there's all these other factors that accompany that. Just drinking by itself, it's not going to make you live longer. Drinking with your, when is your book going to be slurring? Is your book going to be self-published? Yes. I gotta stop reading questions, trying to answer questions. Drinking by itself is not going to make you live longer. If you're living happily with your spouse of 40 years, plus you've eaten a controlled calorie, diet, essentially, you've never been overweight, you have family, you have a good life, then, drinking helps you relax. Sure. But that's in the overall context of how you've lived. It's not just because you have the drink. Limit yourself to one drink per event. That's a good strategy. That's another thing. Social anxiety. A lot of people use drinking because they can't talk to other people unless they are buzzed.